Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching another video. We've been taking a little bit of time. As you may have noticed, we're not posting so often. We've been busy with a couple of projects, but today I want to talk to you about our experience with one of our vehicles being stolen from Turo, so stay tuned. So to be completely honest with you, with this experience with the vehicle, this is something that is bound to happen. If you are a Turo host, if you have one or more vehicles, it's not a matter of like you're lucky, it's never happened to you. It's a matter of time. It's going to happen to you. So I came to this business of Turo with that mindset, keeping in mind that things like getting the car totaled by a guest or getting the car stolen and taken to Mexico to traffic people and bring people over the border, leaving the car somewhere that you then have to drive away like a couple of hours to pick up your car. All these things really can happen. So I came to this business with that preparedness. I was expecting it was going to happen. You know, I was aware that building sentimental attachment to these things could be really detrimental, because at the end of the day, if something happens or when something happens to any of the vehicles, then that's going to hit you hard as if it was one of your personal vehicles. They are your cars, but remember, just keeping in mind always that they're just business assets. Okay, so well, it happened. So we had one of our vehicles stolen, and we actually unfortunately noticed a couple of days after it happened. So the MO of the thieves, they rented the vehicle for one day, and what they do, once they get all the information, they even drive the vehicle away. And when they return it, so what they do is that come back at night, right? Because they have all the information to get back in the vehicle and take it away. So just so you have an understanding, so all of our cars are parked in the parking lot, right? So we have a parking lot where we pay, there are cameras and everything, and we park our vehicles there. So whenever the people we hire to manage the fleet, whenever they interact with a guest, so they're directed to that parking lot to pick up the vehicle. So that's why you can see how they have the liberty of coming in and out and take the vehicle if they have the information. Now, there are a lot of downfalls and things that we're working on to correct just to prevent these things from happening again. So, you know, if you rent a vehicle, you have access to the vehicle even if you come back and you don't have a booked trip. So these are things that we're correcting right now as we speak, in order for us to try to, you know, avoid this thing from happening and pay, you know, put some safeguards there so we don't go through the same thing. It's more time consuming than anything, because you have to be talking to the police, you have to be, you know, making calls to the insurance. So it's just more of a hassle than anything. So luckily for us, thank God, we fill out a police report. We did everything we had to do by the book in order to protect ourselves. And if we had to make a claim to get the vehicle paid by the insurance, then, you know, we wanted to have all of our bases covered. We got a call after probably 4 days from the vehicle being stolen that it had been found. And when they couldn't connect with me over the phone, what they did is that they call a tow company to get the car and get it to their yard. Most of the time when this happens, someone gets their car stolen, you know. Sometimes when you go to recover the car, when it's found, sometimes you find it on 4 blocks, you know, like no tires, anything, no windshield, nothing. It's just a shell of a car. So thieves sometimes they have, you know, sold everything. In other times, which is what we were expecting, you know, the thieves, they just want a car to go, you know, off-roading or to race or to wreck the car. I mean, there are people like that, really. So we were surprised when we got to the vehicle, and it was really, there's no damage on it. Just to see the car was recovered and it was not wrecked, we were pretty surprised. Not to mention, you know, the relief of getting the vehicle back and put it back to work. So we got it the same day. We washed it and took it back to the lot and put it back on Turo. So again, my advice to you, if you're doing this business, don't build emotional attachment to these assets, because when something happens though, you're gonna feel it. It's gonna punch you in the gut. Also, you know, make sure you put safeguards, trackers and stuff like that, so that when the vehicle is stolen, it's easy to recover. We had a tracker. I mean, it's a Chevrolet, so you can access everything through OnStar. And the thieves, they actually disable everything. So they disable the tracking. Couldn't locate the car where it was. When I called OnStar, I reported it stolen, so they put an ignition lock. So that's what they said. But in any case, mind you, the thieves, when they have planned to steal a car, they're gonna take precautions. They're gonna make sure that there's no tracking. If there's any tracking, they're gonna disable everything. So luckily for us, again, we didn't have any damage to the car. There wasn't any electrical issues. You know, sometimes they just mess with the electrics in the car, the computer, everything was good. So I'm glad for that. So in any case, so I just want to make a quick video about that. Not a great experience, nothing to celebrate with. The only thing we celebrate is that we got the car back, and that's a good thing. So thank you guys for watching, and I catch you soon. Peace.
Salir de esa